It's fine. Yesterday, in the last class, we discussed about the distance and displacement, right? Okay. Today, we are going to discuss about the speed and then velocity, okay, velocity, and then uniform motion, uniform motion, and non-uniform motion, non-uniform motion. Okay. These are the topics we are going to discuss. Okay, na? Sanjana, okay, na? Is my voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, see, yesterday we discussed about
Yes,
distance
sir.
and displacement. That is, for 2 minutes, let us recap that what is meant by distance and what is meant by displacement. That is, distance, it is the path length covered by the particle from initial position to final position. And displacement, it is the shortest distance traveled by the particle from initial position to the final position. Okay. Say for example, let us consider that a particle starts from point A and reaches to the point B and reaches to the point B such that it traveled a distance, suppose S, in a time t, in a time t. Okay. T is the time taken to travel a distance S from point A to point B. So then speed can be defined as, generally speed is indicated with C. Okay. In some textbooks they will indicate with V also. Okay. I will indicate with C. That is distance traveled by the object. Distance traveled by the object or particle by time taken, upon time taken. So I can write as C equal to S by T. Okay. And observe carefully here, whenever the particle is traveling, okay, then we are calling the distance, okay, but we are not explaining or we are not going to describe in which direction the particle is moving. Simply we are saying that speed, it is the ratio of distance traveled to the time taken. Say for example, let us consider an example. A particle starts from O and reaches to the final point, reaches to the final point as D. Okay. Let us consider this total distance, it is 5 meters. 5 meters. Okay. Fine. Now in between O and D, that is initial point and final point, let us consider the points. Let us consider the points. Okay. Suppose let us consider O to A as 1 meter. O to A as 1 meter. And from O to B, sorry, A to B, it is 2 meters. Okay. And B to C, it is zero point 0.5 meter. And C to D, okay, it is 1.5 meter. Okay, na? Let us consider a situation. Let us consider a situation that, okay, that uh, a particle starts from point O and reaches to the final point D. Okay, such that the distance between initial position and final position is 5 meters. In between initial position and final position, we are having the points, that is A, B, C. From O to A, it takes a time of 5 seconds. and A to B, it takes a time of, okay, suppose another 5 seconds. Okay, from B to C, it takes a time of 2 seconds. Okay, C to D, it takes a time of 3 seconds. Now I want to find what is the speed of OA, OB, OC, and OD. What is the speed of OA, OB, OC, and OD? Okay, na? Is it clear? Sanjana, is it clear? Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, speed along OA, I can say that the distance traveled.
Yes, sir.
Distance traveled it is 1 meter. So speed of OA equal to 1 meter by 5 seconds. So approximately 1 by 5 means 0.2. So I can write as 0.2 meter per second. Now OB, O to
0.
B, from A to B it is 2 meters and O to A it is 1 meter. So speed along OB, speed along OB, that is distance traveled of OA plus distance travel of AB, and time taken of OA and time taken of OB, sorry, AB, right? Okay, now see. From OB means O to B. The total distance travel it is 3 meters and total time it is 10. So it is 3 meters by 10 seconds. So speed of OB it is 0.3 meter per second. Next, similarly, speed of OC. Speed of OC. What will be the distance travel? What will be the distance travel? That is OA plus AB plus BC. Can I write?
OA plus OAB plus
BC.
BC.
That means distance of
Yes, sir.
AB plus distance of BC by time taken of OA plus AB plus BC. Okay, that is 1 plus 2 plus 0.5 by 5 plus 5 plus, I think it is 2 seconds. That is nothing but 3.5 by 12, approximately 7 by 24. Okay, now 7 by 24. That will comes around 0.28. 24 threes are 72 now. Around 0.3 will get, or around 0.28, like that. Speed
Yes,
of
sir.
OD. Speed of OD means the total distance only now. 5 meter. Total time 10 plus 5, 5, 15. That is 5 by 15,
Yes, sir.
5 meters.
15.
So it is 1 by 3 meter per second. Approximately we are having 0.33 meter per second. Okay. Like this, we'll find the, like this, we'll find the
Yes.
speed. Okay. And
Sir, can't we,
tell, can't,
sir, can't we do directly, sir?
how we can do directly?
Like one point we divided and did that.
Suppose you see here, it is if I do firstly OD, that is I'll get as 0.33. Okay. In case of OB, it is approximately point. This case 7 by 24 means it is approximately how much will get? How much will get? 7 divided by 24. That is 0.29. 0.29. In OA, it is 0.2. Difference is there now. Okay. 0.29 means approximately I can write as 0.3. 0.3.
Yes, sir.
That's why afterwards in uniform motion, we'll say that the speed, okay, whenever a particle moves in a straight line, speed is uniform. Speed is uniform. At least from A to B, it is A to B, I got it as COP 0.3, OC 0.29. This is 0.3. Approximately it is 0.3 meter per second. Speed it is approximately 0.3 meter per second. That's why we will say that whenever the particle moves in a straight line, speed is
Yes, sir.
uniform. Speed is uniform. Afterwards we'll get. Okay. So speed is having only magnitude. Speed is having only magnitude. Only magnitude. But no direction. No direction. Okay. That one. And what will be the SI unit of speed? SI unit of speed
Meter per second.
is whenever I
Meter
want
per
to
second.
find whenever I want to find SI unit, I will consider any one formula. We know that speed equal to distance traveled by time. So SI unit of speed equal to SI unit of distance travel upon SI unit of time. SI unit of distance is meters and time it is seconds. So like that we'll get meter per second. And CGS unit of speed, okay, is centimeter per second. Okay, now is it fine? Okay, now
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
This one completed. Okay, first write down. First write down speed. Speed. Keep the side heading as speed. Okay. It is defined as.
Okay.
It is defined as ratio of ratio of distance traveled distance traveled distance traveled
Yes, sir.
distance traveled by the object by the object to the time taken
Yes, sir.
the time taken. Okay. Okay, fine. Next, start from here. First write down this one and continuation.
I finished the numerical.
From where you finished? From where you finished? From which book? Sanjana,
Sir,
from which book you finished?
from here on your topics are very again.
This one numerical finished.
Uh,
And once you remind me at the end of the class, okay, I
okay.
will keep one document.
Okay.
Okay. Now I will show you this one.
Yes, sir. Mm.
Okay. Okay. Finished this one.
Yes, sir.
1 minute. 1 minute. Can you see this document?
Yes, sir. I can see.
1 minute. We are having every point. Okay. I'll share this document. See, first position. Okay. Rest and motion. Every point will be there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are in the which one? Distance and displacement component. Like this. Speed and velocity. We are here. Okay. Like this, we are having the problems also. Okay. Topic wise.
Okay, sir.
Topic wise. Suppose distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Whatever the formulas are there, on that, what models are there. Like that. First, read the theory, and thereafter, we will do the numericals.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Speed does not have any direction. Here we go. Okay. Next, SI unit and CGS unit of speed we got. Okay. Okay. This one. Next one it is velocity. Next one it is velocity. It is indicated by V. Okay. It is indicated by V. Okay. According to the definition of velocity, it says that okay, it is defined as change in displacement. Change in displacement of the object. Change in displacement of the object with respect to the with with respect to W of T. I will write it as with respect to time taken. Time taken. Okay. Okay. Now you can see here it is that suppose let us consider I'm having a particle at point A. Okay. It had moved to the point B by traveling a distance 8 meters. And after point B, the particle traveled to a distance of 15 meters. Okay. In the total time of, okay, suppose 10 seconds. Okay. Time taken at A to B, suppose it is 5 seconds, and this one it is 5 seconds. Okay. Okay. So total time will be, I can say that it is 10 seconds. In the 10 seconds, it traveled, okay, 23 meters. Okay. Now, whenever it is change in displacement, okay, that is init final position minus initial position. Okay.
Yes.
Final position minus initial position. Now, here the displacement is this one. You can see
Yes, sir.
AC.
Hypotenuse.
Okay. Now, here it is. At this point, it is 17 meters. Okay. This is 17 meters now. So, velocity I can write as displacement at final position minus displacement, or else I will indicate displacement with R. Displacement at C minus displacement at A by time taken at C minus time taken at A. So displacement at C, that is 17 meters. At A, displacement it is 0. Okay na? Time taken it is 10 seconds. So that is approximately velocity will be 1.7 meter per second.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, but
If
how did you get that 17, sir?
see this one it is 8 meters na. This
Yes,
one it is 15 na. By
yes.
applying Pythagoras theorem,
Okay, sir.
8 square plus 15 square.
No, sir, you have done directly. No, I got doubt.
Directly. Uh, directly. Uh,
Okay, sir.
under root 8 square plus 15 square. That is. So speed. Speed means we can say the total distance traveled from A to C. Distance it is 8 plus 15, 23 meters by 10
23
seconds.
by 10.
That is approximately 2.3 meter per second. Mm. So we can say that, okay, velocity is less than the speed. Velocity is less than the
Less than speed.
speed. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So even in our definitions also, speed it is defined as distance traveled by the object in a time taken. Whereas velocity it is shortest distance. Okay, shortest distance traveled by the object from initial position to final position. Initial position to the final position. Okay, can be called as displacement. So always, okay, we'll have velocity will be less than the speed. Okay, okay, fine. Now here we can say that there will be one exceptional case. Whenever the particle travels in a straight line, we can say that whenever the particle travels in a straight line, okay, then we can say that distance equal to displacement.
Yes, sir.
So in that case only, speed is equal to velocity. Okay, if a particle travels in straight line, travels in straight line, then distance equal to displacement. Distance equal to displacement. So speed is equal to velocity. Only in this case only we can say that speed is equal to velocity. Rest of all the cases, rest of all the cases will have the velocity is less than speed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Like this. Like this, we will find the velocity. Suppose velocity it is change in displacement by change in time. Change in time. Okay. Now, in your lower standards, at least not less than in 8th class and 9th class, you might study velocity equal to change in displacement by change in time. Now, here we will define it as d by dt. D by dt can be called as rate of change. Can be called as rate of change. That is, if any physical quantity is varying with respect to time, then we can call it as the rate of change of that quantity. Rate of change of that quantity.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Suppose let us consider here it is my displacement, r it is displacement. Displacement is varying with respect to time. So we can say that velocity is defined as velocity is defined as rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. Say for example, I think you know momentum. Momentum you know.
Yes, sir.
Momentum it is mass times velocity. If we are having dp by dt, what we can say?
Velocity, sir.
Dp by dt. That is, we can say rate of change in momentum. Rate,
Yes.
rate of change in momentum. Okay. Rate of change in momentum. Okay. Suppose E is the energy. E is the energy. If we are having dE by dt, so dE by dt can be called as
Rate of change of energy.
rate of change of energy. Okay, like that. Whenever it is d by dt, it means that we need to understand rate of change. Rate of change. Okay, fine. Okay. After this velocity, here we are having velocity v is equal to dr by dt. Dr by dt. That means here change in displacement means we are finding final position and initial position. Okay, to the time taken t minus 0. That is final position minus initial position by time. Say for example, let us consider xy plane. This is x-axis and it is y-axis. This is origin. Initially, the particle is at here. Okay, having x1 comma y1. Okay, with respect to origin, it is at a position, suppose r1. Okay, na? Okay, fine. Now, with respect to origin, the particle moves from point P to point Q, having the coordinates as x2 comma y2, x2 comma y2, right? Is it fine? Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
fine. Now here it is that P it is the initial position, Q it is the final position. Okay, position at Q, okay, that is displacement of PQ. I can write as displacement of OQ minus displacement of OB. Okay, now
Yes.
okay, fine. That is final position minus initial position, which will get as displacement. Which will get as displacement. So velocity of PQ I can write as RPQ by T. Like this, we'll find velocity. Like this, we'll find the velocity. Okay. Now, next one it is uniform motion. Uniform motion. If the particle travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, if the particle travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, intervals of time, then we can say that particle is in uniform motion. Particle is in uniform motion. It means that equal distances in equal intervals of time means S is directly proportional to T. Okay, so that means if distance is increases by 2 units, time will also be increased by 2 units.
Yes.
Suppose if distance is increased by 3 units, then time will also be increased by 3 units.
Units.
Suppose let us consider this is x-axis and y-axis. Okay, this is the origin. Okay, okay, fine. Initially, I'm having the particle is at the origin. Okay, okay, fine. Afterwards, the particle is in motion. Okay, let us consider the 4 different points. From O to A, it is 1 meter and it takes a time of 1 second. It takes a time of 1 second. From O to B, it takes 2 meters and it takes a time of 2 seconds. Okay, and O to C, it is 3 meters, takes a time of 3 seconds. Okay, similarly O to D. See here it is distance of OA is equal to 1 meter. Time taken along OA, it is 1 second. And distance of OB, it is 2 meters. That is distance is double now, right? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So time is also gets double. Time is also double. That is the
Yes.
meaning. See OC, it is increased 3 times the initial value. So time is also increased by 3 times. That is
Yes.
the meaning of S is proportional to T. Equal distances in equal intervals of time.
Equal.
That means as distance increases, okay, the time taken by the particle will also be increases. So in any interval, you can see distance traveled by time. distance traveled by time. That is, in the first interval, 1 meter by 1 second. Second interval, 2 meter by 2 seconds. Third interval, 3 meter by 3 seconds. Okay. So that is in any interval, we'll get it as 1 meter per second.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
So by definition, we know that distance traveled by time means nothing but speed now.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we'll say that in uniform motion, in uniform motion, speed is constant. Speed is equal to constant.
Fine.
Okay, na?
Yes.
Fine. Okay, fine. Right down. Uniform motion.
Finish, sir, that one.
This one. This one.
Yes, sir, finish.
Okay. Next comes to the after this uniform motion. Suppose let us consider an example. If a square is equal to k times t square, thus if the particle performs, okay, the equation s square equal to k into t square, where
Uniform motion.
where s is the distance and t is the time. Now, will the particle exhibit uniform motion or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because we can say s equal to root k into t.
Yes, sir.
So root k, it is a constant. So s is proportional to t. So it exhibits uniform motion. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
after this one, we have